Don't you like it when a problem gets solved?
I do. I really do. Hey everybody, how you doing today? I'm Dan,
I'm Jordan.
and we're going to be watching our short film called The Real Cops and doing some live commentary on it so that you can understand our thought processes, understand why certain decisions were made, point out some behind the scenes bloopers and facts, and some other fun stuff for the true fans of the show.
That's right. Are we in fact live right now? I don't see a live stream on our channel. Hold on. Things move so quickly.
I find our best live streams are the ones where we're just kind of like bumbling and fumbling, desperately trying to get things moving, hoping for the best and failing. It's on there. It's there.
I don't see it. I click home.
Gotta look,
And
Jordan.
I'm looking. There's no.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got it covered. Don't you even worry about it. I'll monitor the stream as well.
Okay, well I can see the inbox. I have our YouTube channel open.
Perfect. So if anything happens, you just tell me.
Okay.
Okay? Keep our inbox there, and if anything happens, you just let me know.
Okay. Sounds good. Because we don't want to get a copy strike on ourselves.
No. No, we don't, do we? Okay, so now that everybody has saw us fumbling and bumbling around at the start of the stream, as we like to do, we can jump in and do the thing you're actually here for.
That's right. The real cops.
Okay, I'll just pause it along the way to, again, deliver those tidbits of knowledge that everybody is so hungry for.
The wisdom.
Now, right off the bat here, I just want to say that Miller Park is a real park in the city of Edmonton. We didn't just have this sign made specifically for this shot. This is actually a real sign in the city.
Yeah, and this park has no connection that I could see to Miller Lite. One's a park, one's a beer. They both have the name Miller, but I don't think there's any other connection other than that.
I also don't think there's any connection to Dennis Miller either, who was a person with the name Miller.
Mm-hmm. So now that we know that information... Oh, actually, hey, fun fact. That sign is made out of wood.
You can kind of see it in the grain there if you look real close.
Mm.
Now here's a fun detail. Is we've tied the caution rope to the tree. Which I'm not sure the police would do that, get into a handful of pine tree needles and really tie it in there. I'm not sure that's how they do it for real.
And you'll also know that you'll notice there's only one piece of caution. Dan called it rope, but I guess it's more like caution tape. And it doesn't extend all the way around like you would expect a crime scene to be roped off in a circle or some sort of shape. But this is just a single line. You could easily walk around like we did.
Another one. Same as before.
This bastard can't keep getting away with this.
Fun fact about this scene, Jordan and I both wore sunglasses to disguise from the fact that if you look into our eyes, you can see that we have no discernible souls.
The Alberta Wild Rose. His calling card.
Oh, here's a fun fact. I went through about 5 of these gloves during the filming of this because I would push my fingers through them and the plastic would tear, or I would have trouble getting it on and the plastic would tear. Basically, the plastic kept tearing.
Now, just to be further clear there for everybody who's watching, when Jordan says he would get it on, that doesn't mean he would go and, you know what I mean. It means he tried to put the glove on his hand. So, just to clear that up. Also, another fun fact about this shot is that's not actually an Alberta Wild Rose. It's another flower with a dab of yellow paint in the center.
This was what most of our special effects budget went into. $10 million for those 5 dabs of paint that you see.
Indeed. Now, here's another thing that we struggled with during this shot. As you can see, there's some dirt on Justin's shoulder there. We argued for hours and hours. A lot of our production time was talking about how much dirt should there be there. Is that enough dirt? Is that too much dirt? What are we looking at for dirt? What are we talking about dirt-wise?
And we wanted ethically sourced dirt that came from a place that's renewable, reliable, and dirty. So we settled with the ground.
And this is what we came up with. I think we did a pretty good job.
Exactly the same as every time.
Miller Park. Why here?
If I get my hands on that bastard, I'm gonna kill him myself.
Rigor hasn't set in. Nothing underneath his fingernails are totally clean.
It's always clean. We never find anything. He never leaves a fucking thing.
Oh, now I'm just going to pause right there. Did you see that little bug that flew in from the left side of the screen there and is now by my head? That little guy was constantly interrupting our takes. He was buzzing in and out of the set. Eventually, we had to just try to shoot around him. And as you can see, he got snuck into the final film.
Yeah, that bug held up production quite a bit. I remember there was one day in particular, hot day, real hot, too hot really, where that bug refused to come out of its trailer. And it was just buzzing and buzzing and buzzing. And we'd send PAs over there, pound on the door, and the bug would get all quiet as if it wasn't in there. Of course, we knew it was because we could hear the buzzing. But incredibly hard to work with.
I think that's the thing. Once we decided we were going to say, okay, we'll just put him in the picture, whatever, just get him in there. That's when he decides to become a diva and not come out of his trailer and all this, you know?
Yeah, trying to get a line, trying to change our lines to bzz, bzz. You know,
right, and that's just it. He can't even speak. Can't even speak and still wants a line. Don't work with bugs, okay? They say don't work with kids, don't work with animals. I want to add bugs into that list as well. Don't work with bugs.
You'll notice in every shot where we're acting, this bug is trying to draw focus by rubbing its legs together, flipping its wings. These are Steve McQueen tricks.
Focus pulling.
Must have left something behind. Look around. We'll search all of oil country if we have to.
Fine, I wish I had your optimism.
Optimism? It's just good old-fashioned police work.
Oh, what's that? It's the real cops! Get out of here! Scram! Cops. Shit.
Here's another fact I'd like to reveal about production. Justin originally wasn't part of the production. The entire production was just Jordan and I standing by a completely empty spot between two trees and doing the exact same thing that we did and then running away from the police. But Justin really sold it, I think. I really think he really sold the idea to have a fake corpse there. That also really amps it up. We just wanted to talk to an empty patch of dirt.
Mm-hmm. We thought about getting a real corpse to play this role, but Justin was adamant, kept showing up to set every day and pretending to be dead, playing dead as it were, acting. His acting was so good, we eventually capitulated and put him in the movie.
Well, it was really hard to say no after we allowed the fly in, because it's like, okay, if we're giving him a role, why don't we give Justin a role?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But I think it was a good thing. I think it turned out well. I think even though that fly tried to pull focus, he really just added a little bit of ambiance. And even though Justin here, stepped on and changed our creative vision of us talking to this patch of dirt, I think he's really, really changed it for the better.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Here's a fun tidbit for our listeners and our viewers. You may notice if you watch this back and you listen critically, the faint sound of a police siren. Now, you might have missed it upon first viewing because The Real Cops is layered, so it requires multiple viewings to understand exactly what's going on here. But again, if you listen close, you'll hear a police siren there.
Indeed. That's basically Real Cops.
It was short. It was a film. It was by Good Improv, which is us.
We really wanted the title card to reflect that.
We are, in fact, not real cops. I guess we should say that, too.
Yeah, let's just make that really clear for anybody who didn't fully understand the meaning or the message of this. We are not, in fact, actual police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, I think we should watch it back one more time here, because I might have missed some of the subtle nuances that I didn't know were in there.
Same here. I think I missed some of the fine details as well.
Let's watch it once more for our viewers. Okay, now right there. Boom. Miller Park. This park, I'm pretty sure, is named after Dennis Miller.
We actually just received an email from Dennis Miller's lawyer telling us to cease and desist.
Oh.
talking about him.
Oh. Okay. Well, fine. I thought the fact that he had this park, he'd be happy to have it, but okay, fine. We don't have to talk about it no more.
He asked me to monitor the inbox, so I'm just telling you what the inboxes are coming in.
No, that's fair. Let's move along.
Oh, no, hold on. There's more emails here. Here's one from Dennis Miller himself. He's
Not just his
arguing with his
people?
lawyer saying, it's just from him. He's saying, no, let them use the name, let them use the park. I don't want to cause a problem. And they're going back and forth and back and forth.
Well, which is it? What are we coming down on?
Well, I don't know. They're talking about dinner now, something on the 6th. It's convoluted. I wish they wouldn't have CC'd us on all these emails.
Yeah.
If anybody out there knows Dennis Miller and his lawyer, please tell him to stop emailing us.
I'd like to cease and desist their cease and desists that they're sending us. Get on with the film.
We'll have our lawyer draft something and send it over.
Great.
Another one. Same as before.
Here's something I didn't notice. Another one, but another what? It's not overtly stated what another one is exactly.
No. We asked the audience to do some challenging work here.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than just telling them, yes, this is another body we are investigating, we asked them to understand that. Here's another really fun, interesting piece of information, Jordan. Behind us there, as you can see, that is the sky.
That is the sky, making a cameo.
Yeah.
This bastard can't keep getting away with this.
The Alberta Wild Rose. His calling card.
I just remember how hard it was to track down an authentic Alberta wild rose. The amount of money, the amount of time that was spent securing this delicate flower was just mind-boggling.
Well, and, the heroes are only as good as the villain, is what I say. So here's something to think about. How difficult would it be to use a wild rose like that as your calling card? I mean, you can't print a phone number on it. How are you supposed to call anyone?
Fair
It
point.
doesn't make a very good card. It would get all squished in your wallet. Doesn't seem very practical.
No, I agree. I would recommend some sort of card stock, probably for a calling card or business card.
Now, Dan, we talked a lot about using CGI on the Alberta Wild Rose, but instead chose to go for a practical effect.
It was more expensive, but I think it was worth it.
I think so too.
It just felt like something that we needed to have in the film because it occupies only a fraction of screen time, a fraction of a second of screen time. It's still integral to this movie.
It is integral, and if you look at this moment right here, you'll see some very intense acting going on. My mouth is slightly open. I'm sort of holding up that Alberta Wild Rose in just the perfect way. This is very actory.
So, Jordan, why don't you tell us how you got into the mindset of this particular scene?
Sure. I spent a lot of time watching the movie Seven. I watched it 7 times, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then you said, hey, Jordan, do you want to do a short film? And I said, sure. And in order to prepare for this movie, I showed up and someone told me where to stand. Someone told me what to say. And then I stood there and I said what they told me to say.
Very interesting process. So for any young actors out there, you can try to use things like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you learn your craft.
Master it.
Exactly the same as every time.
Miller Park. Why here?
If I get my hands on that bastard, I'm gonna kill him myself.
Rigor hasn't set in. Nothing underneath his fingernails are totally clean.
It's always clean. We never find anything. He never leaves.
Okay, there's something I noticed. Now, Dan has this aggressive energy like a shark. He's just constantly moving. And you'll notice he said, if I get my hands on this bastard, I'm going to kill him myself.
Yeah.
And then he did this hand motion.
Yeah.
All the acting's in the hands. You got to watch the hands with Dan.
Correct.
They're very, very powerful acting tools.
Correct. Now, a lot of actors use their face or something subtle. Not me. I like to go in there, wave my arms around, let people know that I'm there.
Mm-hmm. What sort of preparation did you do for this, Dan?
I actually did a 3-month ride-along with a homicide detective. And quite frankly, I haven't really been sleeping very much since that experience. It was horrifying, shocking. For a time, I didn't know if I was ever going to come back to reality, quite frankly. But I'm here now. And I'm only seeing corpses lying around maybe 25% of the time now.
Hey, well, that's an improvement.
Big improvement.
He's a fucking thing.
He must have left something behind. Look around. We'll search all of oil country if we have to.
Fine, I wish I had your optimism.
Optimism? It's just good old-fashioned police work.
Now, right there, Jordan, you take off the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
I was always curious why you did that move.
Well, I wanted the audience to see that I had eyes.
Oh, okay.
And I also wanted them to see my eyebrows. The glasses kind of obscure the eye and the brow.
Sure.
So people might think I'm some sort of eyeless, browless person. And I wanted to clear up any and all rumors about my eyes.
And now it makes me wish I would have taken my sunglasses off, because then people would see that I have eyes and eyebrows too.
Mm.
You're thinking ahead there. You know what? That's just it. You're able to portray this detective, but also think of your own personal image at the same time while you're doing it.
I also chose not to wear a tie. That was a sentence that was not well constructed.
Yeah, you chose not to wear a tie. That's true. That's true. Didn't just forget it at home or anything, and then insist that it was an integral part of your character, I'm sure.
What's that? It's the real cops! Get out of here! Swim! Cops. Shit.
Oh, see, let's pause right there again. I wish we had Justin here for this commentary, because he'd tell you that's actually the one pair of shoes that he owns. And we told him, if you don't take it home from set, we're just going to throw it in the garbage like all the rest of the trash that we've created. So he was very, very, very certain that he went back and got his shoe, even though we asked him to just run away from the thing.
Yeah, he disobeyed us, which is why, I'll never work with him again.
No, never again.
And here's a fun fact about the set. If you try to go to Miller Park and find our movie set, you will not find a trace of it, because we burned the sets immediately after filming wrapped.
We were just worried there would be copycats, and we didn't want to have to deal with that.
So you'll find Miller Park better than we found
Better than we left it.
Better than we left it, better than we found it. Both. Well, thanks for watching this behind the scenes AMA exclusive look at The Real Cops with commentary.
Yeah. So now you can smugly go to your friends and show off your knowledge, and they'll look like idiots.
And you'll have the inside track on all the insider information.
Yeah, well, people are wondering, people are saying, oh, gee, I wonder if Jordan has eyes and eyebrows. You'll be like, yeah, I think I know that one.
Yeah, or gee, I wonder if Dan's going to do a bunch of aggressive hand acting in this.
You better believe it, buddy.
Let us know in the chat what you want to see next. Do you want to see more from The Real Cops? Do you want to see a different type of vocation that we poke fun at?
Do you want to just watch some episodes of Game of Thrones? You just let us know in the chat and we'll make that happen.
Thanks for watching.